Hey everybody, welcome to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski. On this podcast, I talk about how coaches and course creators can scale their businesses to make more money. I want to talk about nurturing your audience here today and what that actually means. One of the biggest problems people make is that they're growing their business, they're growing their email list, they're getting more followers, they're building their audience, but those things don't matter unless you're building trust and nurturing a relationship. If we look up the dictionary definition, it means to foster, to develop a relationship. When you're dating, you foster a relationship, the courtship process. And in doing that, you get to connect with another person and go deeper with them. Hopefully, maybe it might lead to marriage or just a great time in the dating scene. Same thing happens with friendship. We get to know people. Trust is established. Business is the same way. Unless you're selling a widget at the store, which if you're listening to this podcast, probably not what you're selling. You're selling coaching and courses. People need to actually trust that you're the one that they want to work with. And most people are skeptical because there's a lot of people that are out there that are selling courses, training that they shouldn't trust. And they've been burned before and they've trusted people that really didn't deliver. You know, we're thankful that our clients think that we have one of the best programs that's out there. The Client Growth Accelerator program that we have is one of the best programs. Our free classes, like the free ads course that we just released, are some of the best classes that are around. People love our content because we deliver on what we promise. And that's what nurture is. But here's the thing. Nurture is an active process. It's intentional. You have to be intentional to make and develop that connection. Now, you can do so with the content that you produce. Now, not everybody is going to want to be nurtured. And that's not your job really to kind of control that process. Your job is to do the work to put stuff out there that does that. And so what that means is that when people come in, they become a follower, they become a subscriber, they're on your email list. You're continuing to send them pieces of content that service their needs. Now, one of the best ways to do this is to take a look at your program or your course and pull one or two pieces from what you would charge money for and actually deliver that for free to people. If you listen to this podcast, if you're on this YouTube channel, that's exactly what we deliver. All of our videos that are on here on this YouTube channel and on my podcast are some of the highest level content that you're going to find on this topic on the internet. I'd love to work with you inside my accelerator program where we can dive deeper and I get to work with you and come alongside you to build your business with you. But I also love the fact that I get to connect and nurture that relationship with people through the content that we deliver. And so as a coach and as a course creator, there's a couple of steps that we have to take in the process. I'm going to draw it here on the whiteboard. So step number one is that we have to connect. Okay? And this is where somebody gets on your email list. After the connection, you want to nurture the relationship. And the nurture process looks like you sending additional pieces of content that service what the person needs to solve in their life and in their business. And you might say, Jeremiah, I don't have enough ideas for that. It sounds like too much work. Can I tell you this? The reason why it's so much work is oftentimes something that's in our own head because we want it to be perfect and we want to make sure that it works and we want to make sure that it delivers on what we hope and that people will like it a lot. Here's the problem with that, is that is exhausting and that produces burnout. And it's impossible to nurture a relationship when you see it as a task that is hard for you. Okay? Now, I don't mean to sound like I have no empathy for this because I'm actually somebody who dealt with this issue for a while. And I've actually had ups and downs where I've dealt with this issue, where I've created content and I put content out there and I got burnt out doing the nurture process. Here's the reason why I got burnt out. Because I was way too concerned with what other people thought about me. I was way too focused on trying to control the outcome and do it all perfect. And as soon as you let go of that, which is a skill that you must learn, letting go of perfectionism and the ability to control what other people think about you. and just put your content out there. Those people that don't want to connect with you, they're not your problem. They're not supposed to be. You might say, well, if I just wish just one person would connect with me. That thinking is why people aren't connecting with you. And so you got to release that. You got to let go of that and start to become an attractor to people. So when you're an attractor to people, you are attracting the energy of the person that you're looking to make a connection with. People communicate through an exchange of energy that happens when we speak and we open our mouths. And so the nurture and the connection happens when we are speaking and communicating on video to another person as if we're sitting in the same room together. When you're watching this video with me, it's like I'm sitting in the same room with you. We're talking together. We're sharing this time. We're doing life together. Now, there might be a couple hundred other people that watch this video, but that's not what I care about. I care about the connection with one person. And so when you can shrink it down to what we call the one-to-many model, one-to-many. You're speaking to one individual who is exactly the person that you want to work with the most, that you want to help the most, that you want to understand what you're trying to accomplish. And you're able to connect with that person where they're at. You're able to deliver exactly what they desire. And then you do that with everybody. So you speak to one person, but then you send this on your email list to everybody. You post it on your social media. You put it on your YouTube. That nurtures the relationship and the trust with the people that are connecting with you. And so again, one of the reasons why we fail at this is because we're trying to control the outcome too much. And we're trying to make it all perfect. Now, at the same time, you want to set an intention for the outcome of the nurture. You want to set the intention, do the work, and then let go of how it is produced and analyze the results and see if you need to make adjustments in the future. This is one of the mistakes that people make, is that they're trying to, in the moment, before they create the content, make it all perfect and come up with it in their mind. When in fact, what if you just pressed record? What if you just took a leap of faith and you figured out what's the topic that I want to talk about? When you can think about who is the person that you want to help? What are they struggling with? And what strategies do you know that can help that person accomplish their goals? Press record and talk about it. Just talk about it like you're sitting across from somebody. The reason why we can't come up with ideas is because we're too concerned about our ideas not being perfect. That's it. Because if you think about who you want to help, who you can help, and you just open your mouth to help them as if they're sitting across from you, you imagine in your mind's eye, and you might even open up a photograph of a person or somebody that could represent that. It's one of the things that I've done is I'll literally imagine a person that I'm helping in my mind. And I don't concern myself in the imagining of them doing the thing that I'm saying. I actually believe and visualize with an intention in my mind that they're going to do the thing that I say. That they're going to love what I'm talking about. And I imagine that I'm talking to somebody who celebrates my message, that loves what I'm talking about, that accepts it, that is exactly qualified for what I'm looking for. Whenever I've done that, whenever I've had expectation that people will connect and they want to listen to what I'm talking about, it starts to go amazing for me. People love connecting. I get all these different connections. Tons of people start to want to work with me. But whenever I start to worry, am I doing it right? Am I saying the right thing? Crickets. Nothing happens. I've created thousands of videos and tested this concept. And even me, myself, I forget this. And I have so much evidence of the fact that that's really what makes the biggest difference. And so when you can identify who is the person that I want to help, how can I help them, what is a problem that they're struggling with, you think about who that person is, and then you just start communicating as if you're in a correspondence relationship. Like you're sending correspondence messages. You're sending them training. You're sending them good vibes. You're sending them the next step of what they should be doing in their life. Whenever I make content, I think about what's the next step that I can help somebody on to reach their goals. And then we connect with those people on social media. We connect with them on our email list. We connect with them through Facebook ads to get them to become clients of ours by attracting people that are out there into our space. You know, we just launched a brand new Facebook ads class. It's completely free. It's over on my website right now. If you're listening to this at the time of this recording, you can go check it out. It'll help you know how to make connections with new people, how to find those new people, what to say, what the exact framework to say is in that training. And if you're in my accelerator program, we work with you through dialing in your ads and your landing pages and your offers and knowing exactly how to bring in the right clients and then how to create a world-class coaching system that people love, that gets clients results and makes you a ton of money in the process. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to strive to try to make things work. It's possible to get results when you plug into a proven system like what we have and like our clients have. Like Kim, who was able to create over $20,000 in sales in her real estate offer, or like Ian, who was able to make $40,000 a month in his coaching business following what we're teaching. When you can nurture that relationship and you really think about it like there's a person that's out there that I want to dive deeper with them and really start to give them the best value that I have. We're not holding anything back. You know, I talked about this with my group today, that oftentimes we think about, well, if I give too much, then what do I have to sell? You sell the content. You sell your system. You sell your process. You pull pieces out of it for the free content that you're creating. But chances are most people, number one, when they watch your free content, they're going to, because it's free, the human brain will forget about it. I want you to think about this. A lot of the free content that you've watched, you end up forgetting about and you maybe pull one or two nuggets out of. But when you make an investment into something, you really remember it. So the idea is that if you can actually put great free content out there, but then you ask people to put some skin in the game to become a client of yours, they will retain it better when they become a client, and that actually helps them get the most result. Even if you're teaching something that might even be materially similar to what you gave away for free. And there will be people, of course, that be like, I'm just going to consume the free content. But they oftentimes will not get the result that your paid clients will. And it's not your responsibility to fix that. Your responsibility is just to keep showing up and to keep nurturing that connection and relationship with the ones that are meant to work with you so that when they're ready, they will show up. When the student is ready, the teacher arrives and you're already there, ready to give them the results that they're looking for. You know, in my accelerator program, we work with people who are ready to actually get results. They're not just dabblers. And so listen, I'd love to work with you in our accelerator program. I'd love to see you in one of our free classes soon. If this podcast has helped you, we got a ton of episodes for coaches and mentors. It's hard being a coach. It's hard being a mentor. There's a lot of stuff that you got to get right. And nowadays, it's even more of a challenge than it ever has been. But that's why I'm here to help you get results, to help you find the right clients, to finally bring in the revenue and the cash flow that you want in your business and make the kind of money that you want to make. So it's my honor. Thanks for listening to this. Stay plugged in. We'll talk soon. Have a good one.